kese ma ya hwefo nyina ena me ne okase no na chese ensem bebre ena eje atese e wo Ghana ene eye aman hodo eso na ye hye ensem na se dia na ye de yeni ekwa akochemu e wo BurkinaFaso man no emu a na chese Terr0rist ne arehosem a esi wo ho ama e bia so Ghana fo eso ene edi amanu emu nsem ebre ye Ghana fo ne ahwefo nyina sabre de eba na se de ebobo ba no e chese Ghana adishie bi ekopie mu e wo BurkinaFaso no terrorist attack bi akoso e wo BurkinaFaso e masabre emumu fade wo mo atoa nananom e wonsie do a it's quite unfortunate and very sad it we said the emfoni ni twegu a the down screens no so no e track now this track no na eye Ghana dishie a wo mo edidwa emu ye adwadifo a sebe wo mo ekọ Burkina ekokoto entos ebeton ewo Ghana hanum say no ekopie mu ewo the northern part of eye BurkinaFaso a ye friend eye titeu na eho ena chese ye beka ne se ukọ Burkina mani mu a se de wo Ghana hanum say ka the northern part a ne botamale ene eye upper west ne upper east no ukopie mu ewo eye BurkinaFaso a the northern part no ekura wo ho baako ena chese arehosem we esi ye na ensem we de areho ne se enipa dun woche ena free Ghana hanum say ya wo mo ete track ni mu a ebi eye ahyenkafo na ebi eye dwadifo ma wo mo omuto entos na wo mo ede omani akere Burkina se wo mo kofa entos aba beton ebusia ye kopedie ebedie ne de beton de ma Ghana fo no enu eni na se de ensem ni esi ye no per report any information aya gada ne etemu se adwadifo ne de na wo mo ete tracker wo mo de free Ghana no ekoye no emu ena sa rehosem we esi etusho squeeze this one we eye biaya sa eye terrorist attack we ekoso ewo so you could see how the scenes were said the nearest koye etusho squeeze this one was breaking an unspecified number of Ghanaian tomato buyers and truck drivers were killed earlier today in an attack by the Islamist militant group JNIM in the Burkina town of Titeu. Several trucks were also set ablaze by the militants who reportedly spared the women traders. Na chese truck drivers no awo moye memma ene ma kakre ka ho no ebra terrorist foi anase mechesa etuati dom koyi awo mo ewo BurkinaFaso wo mo eto hye wo mo eso no wo mo chiche wo mu wo mo ma ema ni nyina ekọ faako ene wo mo ma memma ni nyina enso ekọ faako na chese otimi se sa etuati dom ko we no enipa no mo ani esan wo mo kese pa ewo se operation we mu no eye memma enti wo mo groupi memma no ena chese wo mo release fire ene enye small po digu mema no so a wo mu dudu na beye enson de wo mo eto anana no wonse do na the sad part is wo mo bo mo to wie ne ensi ho a wo abusuafo ena ene de wo mo esan eja ede track na no wo mu no together with the bodies no wo mo ehye track no ene enipa wo mo ebo mo to ni nyina. Now there is a video yenhwe video no ene said the nema esi ekoya ene ye tisa rehosem we ye ba ye beto aso. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin order sayyara Allah akbar sayyara de titau ka daw ta titau fi alhamdulillah sayyara heba o wonno tata boko ho ya sayyara idin alhamdulillah rabbil alamin num hawri. That was a year title the northern part of a year the northern region and asare hosem we esi ye ewo honoma and they nipa ewo honom no meka se Ghana for akoyi akoto entos ede aba na ye de aye adwuma sebi omo beton ma Ghana for kwanya de ebisu ye bedie no are hosem we ato omo no ene ye de eho video eba now militant group anase meka se atuatidom ko we no no abusia for some time now no oko eye Burkina Faso titeu eye northern part of Burkina Faso. They've been operating there lately no mo to share nkrofo so ne ade ase wo mo ayire wo mo operation ni mu a eye arehosem. Now this militant group a ye ka ho asem no research shows say wo mo was some correlation be to eye the Al-Qaeda group a ye name wo krom hanum say. Now as we give the name no eye JNIM no who share the full name at as a encremofo ekoda as an Islamist it say Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin and no any the full name of the JNIM etuatidom ko we a wo mo edisa etutrasem we ehia Ghana for Emma wo mo ekwa didwa na wo mo ama wo matoa nananom ewansi edo na chese reho pa ebra na chese ye gi ani wo Ghana hanum say 14th February amanfo bo shows ne ade no na chese some mothers ene ebinumo eyerenom ni yenuanom ma bi ehu akwa dwa ewo Burkina Faso man ni mo a na reho ye pa to the extent say wo hwe se de wo mo track na me ne wo ka say some of the bodies no has been bent beyond recognition me kira na say enipa ni bi wo hono ma wo ma hye be ama sebe untimi kra enhye wo mo enso say obenten anasa asomesi enie. And it's very very sad say sebe yankasa ye neighboring country Burkina Faso ne Ghana there ye neighboring country, and we have that can say friendship what you say, because even when President John Dramani Mahama was being sworn in, we saw say Captain Ibrahim Traore do say wonye can say abanya say be to abako yi ne de na woye military leader no crown. Still he came and he was welcomed in Ghana obi Antoine Shen so ne ade. But unfortunately yenkrofo ekofantosa arehosem a ato mo eni. As you can see on the screens, this is coming from one of the Ghanaian media outlets ni mu ba ko government confirms terrorist attack on Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso. It's not just say, and some people were doubting the fact say no crime. Because now cultivator acquire a conversation of agree not this, agree not this, agree not this. But then Sabria me know what Eka say do mutrema na say Ghana buying cra ababe confirm say no cre say terrorist attack akoso ewo Burkina Faso, the northern part of it aka Ghana maybe into say the government has confirmed a terrorist attack on the truck transporting Ghanaian traders in northern Burkina Faso. According to information from Burkina Faso, the traders were traveling through the town of Titeu on Saturday, February 14, 2026, when their vehicle came under attack. In Chema, na say Ghana, ye kraya by Najia Tuma, muchemu se, ejwedifoi na womo ekwa kodidwa, ewo northern part of Burkina Faso, friend Titeu, na sa etuatidom kuwe, esi wonswa, enyasem keto. So the circumstances surrounding the incident, including possible casualties and injuries, are yet to be officially confirmed. In response, Ghana's embassy in Burkina Faso has begun engaging local authorities to obtain detailed information on the incident. In Tisabredi, quite a number of deaths have been recorded, and they've been also sustaining injuries. Now, we should squeeze this one. This is a press release. A free Ramuntaka Mohammed Mumbarak wono and the Minister for Interior and National Security. Now, and some of the about and also the government of Ghana has received disturbing information from Burkina Faso of a truck carrying tomato traders from Ghana, which was caught in a terrorist attack in Titeu, Burkina Faso on Saturday, 14th February 2026. Intinache say, government of Ghana acknowledge say 14th of February, yenu anomomba no mo ekofantos Burkina Faso no etuatidom ko ato ahye omuso a ebinumo ahwe wo mo enkwa. Also the Ghana embassy in Burkina Faso is liaising with the officials of Burkina Faso to visit the attack site for details and identification of Ghanaians caught in the attack. Itina sabre de embassy a ewo Ghana no sabre wo mo ene Burkina Faso mpanimfo a ewo wo man ni emu no wo mo nso wo mo afemu de bia se wo mo ebetimi ene Burkina Faso aban no ene embassy Ghana embassy a ewo Burkina Faso no wo metimi aka bomu no mo aye nhwehwemu de afa ensem na afi enipa a wo mo ahye no wo ma pekwan ye wo befa so a they would attend to the body and all that. Na chese utimi say this is quite unfortunate. It is a sad one. Way if the office of the Minister of Interior and National Security Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed and na chese busia, it's quite unfortunate, and this has brought a lot of conversations. I be just say, is this where we've gotten to? Say ye drew baby wo mai muno sebe yankasa ye maame for kwa kofa eye ento saba yetimi kuma mo ahwa branch of that screens ne so apparently he happens to be one of the truck drivers as well as we so sa one also eka truck drivers for no eho a wo mo etwi ye maame nom de ono so ni mfoni abe ono so eka ho a wo mu twi ye maame nom e de akọ eye Burkina Faso man ni mu a sabre de atorenchem we ato wo mo. Now despite the fact about 7 people and ato anana no monsie do no ebinum nso a ye maame nom ema no ebinum etimi edwane ya wo mo enya wo mu tire edidi mu na so assistance now no wo mu enya emepie mu e wo Ghana krodue mu hanom sei sanse empanimfo ehwe eye ntotoye ene nhyehyeye a yebetimi elidi wo mo back to Ghana safe and sound ebinum asustain injuries ni ade a yape kwan bi so ede wo makwa akopie mu wo ayaresa bia wo mo eja ayarehwe the needed treatment wo mo ehia because it's quite sad say asemwe esi. Now we've gotten a lot of traders near there were more sharing their belief and the disheartening information about their ACO, which said this is quite unfortunate because and there and almost started say we trading tomatoes Burkina Faso minimum. So for this to happen, no, not just say it's quite a very sad one. Say kwaba no. Ya maybe ya sabi ya kwako wo obi man so a say dem di kan you know some of the bodies need dey ahye just ahye dwere aye na hwe a enye you can't even identify e bi ade a yebetimi abo a yebetimi dey identify emu ahodo ahye dwere no the fact that e bi a yebeye DNA na yetimi e dey ahye the various body no enso say this is this person, this is that person, and this is asumese. It's very sad say in some way koso. Now when we come to a terrorist attack in Burkina Faso, this is not the first time. It has continued severally. Burkina Faso, and mind you, one of the things that lead to Captain Ibrahim Traoré doing a coup to come to power no because of this terrorist attack ibia na koso. Now ensemble de yeguso a ye di echire now sorry so na yenkopie mu nsem fofo so a we are still on this whole terrorist attack and I say to atidom ku a wo mo eto share dwadifo wo mo eton entos no eso na no ena mene okase yera Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed wono ena the Minister of Interior and security wabekasa atwemu se wa communicating to the Burkina Faso mino emu empanimfo and assistance now no because of said the security issues akwakoye nti nya dia sabe Ghana empanimfo betimi akwakopie mu biaye a sa to wenchem we esiye nanso no wo mo akire mu kwan a nsem we efa so esiye ayewa Muntaka abiebie ni nyina mu kire mu the way forward say yenuanom a mo kowu ho no daachi bia no yebesie wo mo edodo na ewo ho na afterwards no wo mo maka no ye lead wo mo edo mo ababe pie mu ewo man Ghana emu yebekọ na yakwakotie ensem a yewa Muntaka ede etudwa yeba to asodi amamu.
Unfortunate and a very sad situation that we find the South region and for that matter Burkina Faso our neighbors. As we know, our traders trade among our sister countries, and this particular one where they go for tomato and then bring them to Ghana. And usually when they're going, they go with their own truck, and then sometimes they usually assist them. Unfortunately for us, this time, in this town theater, they were there and unfortunately the jihadists ran into the town and started rounding up almost everybody, especially the males, and targeting to kill every male that's on site. And unfortunately, our traders with their team were in also that town. And they had to separate the male from the females. And unfortunately went on the shooting spree, killing almost all the males that were there. And then pinning them together with the truck. And in this instance, we have the very unfortunate situation that we had some Ghanaian men, because the truck driver with other 9 men, with 8 women, were on this particular truck. And sad to say, we lost 7 of the men, and 3 of them got injured. 1 woman also got badly injured, but the other 7 women were not really injured. And the sad thing is that the area is still called off. I have been talking to my colleague, the minister for the Burkina Faso, the secretary for Burkina Faso, since Saturday. When even the incident started, the information was very sketchy. We kept talking together with our mission in Ouagadougou and the foreign ministers. We kept talking and been updating each other. And the south end is that the 7 bodies are burned beyond recognition. And as of yesterday, we had agreed that they have begun decomposing and has to be buried. We wanted our mission to even go and witness the burial, but the south end is that it's so difficult to create a safe passage for even our mission to go there because of the situation. Because obviously the Burkina authorities managed after several hours to reclaim that city.
Okay.
So what's happening is that what they've told us, they will bury today, this morning, 10 o'clock. But our women who were there, who are not really injured, we're encouraging that they should go and witness and take as many pictures as they can as possible. Once they promise us that after the burial, they will try with their military to create a safe passage to move those who are injured and the uninjured Ghanaians to our mission in Ouagadougou.
Mohammed Mubarak, the Minister of Interior, and I could see in Trima or the Eba and Trima. The issue is as serious as the fact say, even the Ghanaians are Juma or Ghana embassy or Burkina Faso, no, they can't even go to the site at the moment. In Tisabre, Burkina Faso, Minor Kasemut, impending for Mutimi Echo Honomono, they are handling the burial of Yadeshia Sebe, Yakumo Mo Ashiwo. Mo ewo track muma track ni pani ni na hyedrebe say yentimi kra enhye wo mo bodies ne enso no wo mo ebesie wo mo because ye chema body no edike ye ka say body ni say body ni say omo man say de aye no o tase kra de abahemfa in what way. And right now no sa tite ho no akoye say a hiding place for this etiatidom coup, and so you can't be so sure of how safety you would be. Say woko ekopiemu ewo sabia ye honoma. It's quite unfortunate. Say bibi say ekoso. I mean Ghana and Burkina Faso, we are neighboring countries sebe by borders yen kombra ya de Burkina Faso for wo mutimi kra niema ma ni besi e port na afa wo mo de afa borders ni mu e de ko omo ekrom. So Ghana and Burkina Faso yet to say my be sebe we are tarrying and I say we are tarrying harder with each other. We are very cool. I mean there's a cool relationship between Ghana and Burkina Faso as I same way. A lot of people are saying say it is high time the security measures protecting a year a jadifo our mo etukwan eko amawodo so edidwa edeba Ghana ne yebo mo ho ban shonkom and Muntaka Mubarak, the Minister of Interior, dudu na ena ebo ni din linking it to this issue and the President John Dramani Mahama that they need to act ASAP because the intimate na say emma enkoso sa because e jadifo a mo to ntos no particularly yema minimum water chima some are really talking about the fact that it is very sad ama ehu abawomo e ba ne sanso e be ha adwene because ntosi e kokra no ahia na edi no enti se o man ko biema ene se se onu ajolof na be pe kwan ya be faso adi ntos e be ye now other issues are ekoso no we've seen same the Pokwasen Sawom Road, constructions, koso den was so now so there've been an issue ebusia pop up with the road construction now man for airborne President John Dramani Mahama Basopa say no waya dear so by ye we are seeing significant improvement kwan no emu now so and some for airman say yanhwe ni ye kwan no ye hu ni ye adenti eno mo kasa. There is a video to this ye be call near kwakohwe video ni ye ba ye beto aso.
You see one challenge. Ohwe ejaheba underpass na me ko ana mi twa e che say enso na eto underpass ni so na no enso ni na enam kwan no because drains na ye yan fa ekwan bi an connect enso a free community nim ana underpass that na to a drain because drain the other as you can see say drain the ha but there is no correlation between the drain no and community water na eba no so you can see say enso ni na from ejaheba top no a stream wa for kwan chance oba drain wa ha o na efa kwan nchen he bebi aba bedu hwe enso no aba begu main road nim and you see ebegu main road nim then eba etne eko main road and when this happens a kwan ya within some few time a kwan now will start deteriorating and this is the major problem Ghana is facing. This is a major problem Ghana is facing because bebi enso no enam drains ni nchen yo bebi e drains no enye ehon enso ni nam hwe ena nam underpass na se efi ho astream down aba befa ekwan ni nchen eti enti ha na esike fili he na ne ekwe bebi e connecting so ne beto drains ni ya anye hwe ena stream nam ha sa hwe ena aba be piem e main road ni and this is a huge problem.
Abusia na chese Pokwase insawom kwan ya ye bo President John Dramani Mahama Baso say oba ye we are seeing how the work transcend the economy no kamia is say drainage and I say I mean can say drainage gutters near there ye wo kwan ho no ebi ensheda eni kwan ne ho a wo hwe se de na ensuo na to a ensuo ne baabi ne nam ne ade that you be one safe na erosion koso ne ade now honorable agboja na amanfo astate target ne say papa eho eka wo constituency ne ho enti hwe na ne manim ya no munche na munye bibi mfamfa ho road minister munye world because assistance now no yentimi enye nhwe this is a new road and this is something that affecting Ghana because usha ekwan biye wo Ghana krodwem ha most of the roads are facing these issues because drainage system na enye enti enso to na afi abeta kwan ni mu na the mad na afi kwan na be must start say 8 na ha adwene and ekwan a ye be ya enni be emfimienu emfiensia ne enso kon woche no na afi ekwan na ye den asate say esei na emu potholes na cause traffic ni ade drivers for best start complaining of their engine shock absorbers ni ade which is quite unfortunate and we know omuchemu said the earlier the better. They are trying so hard say wo mo ebema mpanimfo ya we said this is the situation yenyansi suto bremu kra yet afen ye ba be see the raining season itself it kakre ye toto ipo ni ehu ni say dia and ye see raining season mu how is the situation going to be afen bo say na traffic situation so I very high in tower the earlier sooner the better. And penny for and share na womo enye bribi and fanfasa a year in some way. So this is what a year the constituents are womo ewo a year pokwase in sawomu a honomono Monsema womo ede aba enono. And it is not a lie. Ebusia ti ya hye said empany for ebe react anase womo be ye ede afasa ensem wi ehun. Yes, sorry in some way eswa ebusia ne yekwakopie mu ewo nsem foforo emu. Now yes say asem wo hoi empenipa nipa ene pene ho asem. We share screens ne eswa we a trailer driver to cover 2.5 million Ghana cedis not Jowulu footbridge repairs. Obebuza say a day ena koso. Na akopie mu ewo North Jowulu footbridge bi ewo honoma empempi no aya eye pedestrians me tire ye no ma ye use sa route ni ye twem ni ye koba no say de kwan ni city no utimi nkotwem mu te de wope enti ya ye footbridge a ye Faso na ye de move it to the other side. Na no ene etem say trailer bi na ekita eye excavators ibi na edi twemu ade akwakọ pem eye footbridge amasa bridge footbridge no emu apai mienu ebusuya kase ebedwure gu for mani na amatemamufo ho no nsusuro se wo mbekọ akọfa so because said the footbridge na aye ebusuya it is death threatening, life threatening and kasa enkofon kwa ne dey sign mu because o she the way a footbridge na ye na e ya de kakra bi pe ne be ma footbridge na edwiri na edwiri a yenka hunu se enye wo mo nam so ne pe na se be affect yo mo kasa enam footbridge na se ni na ebetimi edwiri guso ama nipa e be wiase no no ma hwere wo mo nkwa no would be very very serious and delicate enti enei na chese empanifo ayemu hwehwemu led by the Ministry of Roads and Highways akochi eye trailer driver ye omuchemu se wono ene be siesie sa kwan no na the cost involved no 2.5 million Ghana cedis omuhwemu no nso no nansia ene omu betimi de asiesie footbridge na emu apai mienu. Now ye be kone akwa share a video of how the footbridge is looking currently, very life threatening. Abusia hu papa achese say the footbridge na shift no enye se nipa kora fa ase ana nipa mpo efa so yenko ne go share video no emra ye beto aso.
Abusia for Joru flyover no ena I say no chese crack bia bedem kakra kama wo hwe kra anona shift ena cars na mase wo hwe overhead bia flyover bia footbridge o mo fa so pa he si traffic a chi se na ka bu a we dey sere o mo mpanfo o mo in charge o mo mehwe man wadaroma eno ye hu se ye nyam mpanfo UTV report eye hu papa ko se ni mu ache no me fa no wide na mo hu se ni aye no a shift bridge na kra ma che say
articulator who carried a excavator and he didn't watch or lower or stop, but it just hit it, bam. Then this is the incident. He didn't even stop.
Oh,
he didn't even stop. And the iron that hit it fell there, and I brought it here. But later on, people saw it and said they will report to the police standing there. So when the traffic was on, the man came for the iron and ran to the police at the junction at the traffic light. And then when he reaches there, they stopped. That's why
so the police are aware.
Yes, they've all been here.
But nothing was done about it. Last week. Okay.
So something has been done, and the company of the
truck,
the truck and the excavator, they were here.
Okay.
So no fears at all.
Okay. Thank you.
Na Chese, that is an eyewitness report, and also the view of the footbridge a one north Jolu assistant now to say who said I didn't watch him you know utie the eyewitness reporter Chese trailer na so how do they call it, excavator no ekopem ade no ema dade a so footbridge mu krati mi fi soro beto ofem na wan gina mpo anhwe se ede na ekoso no yeda nyame ase se a police for ene mpanimfo a wo mo ehwe yakwante mpon ho nsem so no wo matimi ama omunsa so abrante yi mu a sabrede wo mu kire mu a wo mo hwe se the damages na etie na wo mo efa obi so wo meye ni yi ekra na it will take 6 days and afi obeboka 2.5 million. So yeshe nseme egu screen no say trailer driver to cover 2.5 million North Jolu footbridge repairs roads ministry in some road ministry no ede eba enono. Also the Ministry of Roads and Highways has disclosed that the trailer driver responsible for crashing into the North Jolu pedestrian footbridge will fully fund the estimated 2.5 million Ghana cedis needed to repair the damaged structure. Speaking on Breakfast Daily on Monday, February 16th, head of the public relations unit at the Ministry of Roads and Highways, Nasir Ahmed Yate, said the suspect has been apprehended and is currently in police custody. And Tinacha say, "What they are doing, bo mo when you know Johnny ko yen nyina na sabrede a police for timi aye hwehwemu ama omunsa aso nimu." Also, the issue has come to our attention and the culprit has been apprehended. The police are in full control and we are dealing with it, he stated. International say sabrede asem na kodi a police for ensem a wo mo epe asem no ano pomasibre. According to him, the bridge maintenance unit of the Ghana Highway Authority conducted an emergency technical inspection and assessment of the bridge following the incident, with the assessment revealing a significant localized structure damage caused by the impact of the trailer. International say said the adena say no anu odin anu ohye papa enyasem ketwa. The estimate for the repair of the bridge has been put at around 2.5 million Ghana cedis, and the corporate is going to fully fund the repair works. We are going to ensure that this is done, he added. International say adene they are saying now so enya ban ka de biara da wonipa wode ni trailer ekoboy ye ma de ni mwachemienu no wono enebetua side. So the repair, he stated, will take approximately 6 days to complete once a work program is rolled out, assuring the ministry's commitment to expedite the process to restore the bridge to safe use as soon as possible. International said the Ministry of Roads and Highways why krado say omobedi asem na chipa amomotimi SCC kwan no e de abo eye amanfo a womo enam eye footbridge ne so eho ban. So the North Jolu pedestrian footbridge located along the highway in the Greater Accra region developed visible cracks after a trailer reportedly rammed into it. Sections of the structure have been shifted with some fittings damaged. Pedestrians who rely on the bridge have expressed fear over its current condition, saying they feel unsafe using it. Many are calling for swift action to prevent a potential tragedy while repair works are undertaken. International say amafo ho no se medical kadada wo mo eyem adwom se hwi san se wo mo hwese de niema esi ekona wo se wo mo etimi esiesi edema wo mo emprempren ene animanimi ya ansana sebe atorenche ma yempese yebete no yebete ewo Ghana krodwe mu ha abusia yemfri footbridge ensensem we eswam na yesanso ekọ ye ensem foforo emu. One of the issues are trending Ghana hanum say amanfo ka ho asem no has gotten to do with the terrorist attack so Burkina Faso. No ena yewra kojo insafwa poku a communications team member at the New Patriotic Party wode na no ato ensem ni mu bie na nsem a candidate say asem wo so no ade a entwa yie kra na sa asem we sebe Ghana for ekase yetu ho na mowa enye papa emfa ma Burkina Faso man no wo screens na so or say if Ghana shuts its doors to Burkina Faso, they would suffer. Kojopoku, NPP communications team member, on attack on Ghanaian traders in Burkina Faso. It's not just Ochema, Burkina Faso mino, the Omatna ho, Amana to a Ghana this year. Se Ghana focus a year, so yeah, ma Burkina Nibia and Sigana Crodrim ha. Sebe, mo cramo near ma, mon pebe before from the befa. Mamon cramo near ma and fire pot nimu, Namon fan befa Ghana and fa borders ni emwa. Ghana, Sebe, Burkina Faso, moho ebe mo papa, because you rely a lot on us when it comes to a whole lot of things. Now, in some way, in Safapoku, a lot of reactions are taking place, but before that, on the screens he made other statements. Until, as you can see, every year we recruit people into the military. What exactly do we do with them? Until yesha, with the issue of Burkina Faso terrorist attack on the Ghanaian tomato traders, one particular thing among for Eka Hwasem Ayera and Safapukwa Kano has to do with security. Ebi say Ghana, our security is not tight, and since our security is not tight, this is what will be happening to us day in day out, because yet now on my now we have a range security guidance banya sure, especially on our borders any other there saniema when you na entiminye den enko so na yera nsafapoko ebusa say enti say pa no asrafo a ye fa omo okrom hanum say ne ye military recruitment no omo ko training any other no, is it for beautification and I mean uniform wearing or what? Because we need to see their relevance in the country Ghana. I see a woman more than more airbo or mujumedia or more air. And mind you, with the Irans of Waboku saying that if we are shutting down our doors to Burkina or Mobile Breno, we've seen countless times. I won't say you be one say oh ammo cars any trucks near the idea and the borders of Ghana to Burkina Faso. Ube tracy no na ye niema Burkina aban no akra efri eye amanfo froso a wo de bomb krom, and definitely ebesi Ghana ansa na ye den akosi Burkina Faso man no emu. So if we are going to go on a tangent where because of the pain we are feeling of the demise of our mothers and sisters na ye ka say Burkina Faso say ene mo betena no nwenwenwen a yeran safapoku chemu say it will be a very big blow to eye Burkina mino. But then utietie nsemo a ekoso na others are saying that this thing a year is a fapoku ekan. It doesn't make sense, because we need Burkina Faso in as much as Burkina Faso needs us, because yeshemwa beans and tomatoes no more coffee and uyo bia sebe u follow the tradings of Ghanaian women na ube say beans, tomatoes, some of this cereal near the idea ye di ewo Ghana krodrem ha no emu fana ye kra edifi Burkina Faso mine emu. And so if you want Safapoku is saying that ye be shate ama Burkina Faso abra, others are saying that enye Burkina Faso kwa ne bebre, Ghana would also suffer. I just say yes, we will start growing our own. Now when you say you are growing your own, it will take some time. Ebedi brepa and son and niema beka se wudria no betimi ayeden edua mane enyinia yenyina yensabeso enti for the time we will still need the country Burkina Faso. Now on what here answer for Apoku Ekano and our kasa about the fact that the African countries as a whole no as yankasa ye enemies to ourselves. African countries are becoming enemies, though we have the economic community of West African states, it is not working, and to him, he feels like it is this francophone countries, and Niema Bebria we want to do together as ECOWAS, lack behind. And one thing he spoke about was the echo now, the common currency we've been speaking about for so many years now, saying Ghana, the other West African countries, I mean ECOWAS states, so that it makes trading easier. Now so after so many years nothing has been done, and the question is, should Ghana vouch out of the ECOWAS community? Because it looks like the unseriousness edosu ye pa. Now ebeko na yakwakotie yera kojo poku nensema wo chiremu efa the lagging behind of the ECOWAS states coming up to build something great for the countries involved. Yekote nensema wode etuja.
Since the last 4 years, only 15 central banks in Africa has signed on to a mechanism that the African leaders themselves directed that it should be in place.
Yeah.
Do you know the most worst things? The CFA, the Francophone countries, none of them have signed on. And you want to talk about what? You see, let me cut your mind back to the WAMSI. You remember? ECHO? How many years have we been talking about ECHO? Over 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? The single currency. For West African countries. ECOWAS single currency. How many years have we talked about it? Where is it? So you see,
but I've just said
the
that
politicians
should be concretized. I said it.
No, you said the business should embrace. That's the bit where I want to correct. See, it's not about the business.
It's not a businessman.
It's not the business. It is
the governments,
the head of states who go to these fancy AU meetings and direct things and forget that they have to subscribe to.
Right.
You see, how come it's taking 30 years for ECOWAS to sit and say that we want a single currency for West Africa? 30 years we've not achieved it. There was a meeting last week in Liberia to talk about what? You remember in 2020, there was a directive that in 6 months it will be launched. 6 years down the line, where is it? The biggest challenge we have, nobody is addressing, is the influence of the West. You see, the Francophone countries are not signing on because of what? The influence of the CFA zone. They realize that France is dominated, right? France dominates that space. So France dictates what happened in the Francophone zone. If the Francophone countries subscribe to any other monetary policies, that renders France hold on these countries to a certain small amount, which is the safer which they now have on them. France lose the hold, and France doesn't want to let go. Now, SWIFT. We are using SWIFT. It's the American system. The Americans want us to keep using SWIFT, so the Americans will not encourage us to move away from SWIFT, and PAPS is a parallel structure to SWIFT. About 6 months ago, I tried to use PAPS from Nigeria. My brother, my guy who was trying to send me money went to various banks, and none of the banks said they have anything in place to do PAPS. Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Central Bank of Ghana is signed onto it, but the Central Bank have not directed the local banks to do what? To even do it for the customers. So these things that we want to sit on TV and make it look like, the problem is the politicians. The head of states.
Right.
They go to these fancy meetings, but the implementation becomes a problem. So look, I have said that two things are a problem to achieve after. Communication, movement of people. If people are not moving, forget after. When my mother was the chairman for the ECOWAS Transport and Communication, Madam Rebecca Hawa Yakubu, right, in 2002, they wanted to do an West African airline. They wanted to do a cargo for West Africa. Do you know today, if you are to ship something from Ghana to Nigeria, it will go to Belgium? Do you know that? If you are shipping something from Ghana to Nigeria, it will go to Belgium, Antwerp, before coming back to Nigeria. There is no cabotage between the West African countries. So no ship is moving between the West African countries because cargo is emanating from one point through Antwerp to be relocated back to Africa. So the African countries, we are looking at the wrong thing. If we are talking about free trade, today, try and send cargo from Ghana to Nigeria and see the problems you have along the way, even under ECOWAS.
Now, ye moving on na ye nkopie mu e wonsem fufuro mu a in recent times no cocoa issues abejentre han e wo Ghana hanum say cocoa akuafo anu demu a wo mu enso den ama Ghana fo bi no mu ajoin in ye their concerns me ne o ka say ebi mu kra kire mu a anka prempren de cocoa board ne empanimfo eda ho nyina wo say ye bi kra ye yi wo mu adini e tete wo salary so because mabo koko akuafo abro papa e wo krodue mu ha na nipa ba ko a advocated so hard for the cocoa farmers. I wouldn't want you Dennis Miracle Abuajem. Now, Omatikuwa said the People's Forum. Nebusha baby abefebia who billboard. Everywhere you pass, there is a billboard. Now, in some of the other two so the People's Forum exists to amplify the voices of the masses. Government has the mandate to listen. In the case of the farmers, their demand is simple: reverse the haircut and restore our price. And the cocoa prices was about 3,100. Yeah, that's already yes. Cocoa ni so echo 2,500 and and as I say there, the People's Forum must start mounting billboard. So as you can see, this is one of the billboards. Or see, we worked, not to say there are lots of inscriptions on it. Okay, this is another billboard talking about the fact say, I mean, our sweats, their excuses. Ghana 2,587 per bag. How do we survive? International say cocoa na ya tete so no ya dia ha cocoa adwadifo pa Ghana krodwe mu hanom say ya sebe omuchemu say at this point no empanifo omu ye adwuma cocoa board led by Randy Abe say yetimi etwe wo mo aso na yetete wo mo salary eso na so yenke bi nhemu ye da sorry ya Cocoa board for at the press release abeto mountain so now osha eno na yeda two screens or say to all media houses cocoa board management and senior staff pay cut. It's not just say cocoa board empanifo any I mean work jumayefo a wo mu dibre ewo soro ewo cocoa board no say wo mo bosomi aketua no yate so. Was it the executive management and the senior staff of cocoa board have effective today, Monday, February 16, 2026, reduced their salaries for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop year in recognition of the current liquidity challenges in the cocoa industry. Into omu trema empanimfo omu hwe cocoa board jumakuo no eso ene adwumayefo a omu dibre ewo soro no womo agye ato omu so se afi mu ede kwa awieye no womo ebete womo salaries ne so se de be ya omu betimi ede aso eniema ekoso ewo cocoa industry no emu. Also the executive manager has taken a 20% cut, while the senior staff have taken a 10% reduction in their respective salaries. Enti yekomwa na say executive managers no na say empanimfo no a wo mo eda aye cocoa board no ano no wo mo ate wo mo salary ne so anase wo mo bosomi aketua no eso by 20%. Na eye adwumayefo a wo mo nso o mo dibre wo soro no wo mo nso o mate wo mo de so by 10%. Ane also the decision and other cost cutting measures in procurement and a staff rationalization exercise are aimed at reducing the overall expenditure of cocoa board and aligning cost with revenue. Into muchema salaries your matete so by 10 and 20% no kwai mi ombeso mo faso a wo mo ebetimi ede ahyehye eyesikasem ene ade cocoa board edwumekuo no emu na wo musikasem asan yetimi ejina brand ni sanso mu chema eka bi wo ho ne ade eno na ama sesei no eniema bebre atochima ewo eye cocoa board mu dwumedi a wo mo ene eye cocoa akuafo edi ewo wo man Ghana emu nti ene se de wo mo bo machi no mu chemu se they listen into wo man atete eye wo mo ekoko wo mo salaries eso se de be ya wo mo de betoto niema yie ewo eye cocoa board edwumekuo no emu na wasa ensem we mu no wonipa ba kwa wono nso aba abontene aba be kasa ede afa ho no eye okateche afrifa na so ansa na ebe ko okateche afrifa ensem no eso no ensem a eba ne sesei kokko akuafo anu demu a wo mu su ya odienti ebinim ahyase se wo mu esei wo mu kokko efuo sanso mu chema kokko efuo wo mu ye no amfa so de bia mre mo eno na ekom na eku wo mu se de eyi junso abo akokko ontimi nye ne hohwe ne kom ku wo mu pa enti sabre de ebinim start a wo mu esei eye wo mu kokko efuo yenko na yenkohwe video we emra
Ghana mpeni for monfa monansi for mo monfa monansi for ne pata na obo audio koko no hwe pata de aye otenam o na oye koko djuma na koko otimiti koko sia asa se koko no press ya bu ho se onya hode na ere ye djuma no enso omubofo omose koko no mpenefo chese kwani de mo fa na hwe de kwani be kan bia nya djuma de kwani be kan bia nya djuma de mo pe na mo de ye omo se obi a ogye lebrani a o chirese onu na chirese kodo ha na okọ chese ye kwefo ye lebrafo ewo montem adenti na mo se koko boda boka adenti na omuti sa koko boda no a omugye pe no mo anti mo pe omupeso a mo koti koko ani a obra awie ne bono na otiko oti o se o ye den o so master aden omugu parliament ho na se ye mfa se koko boda no adenti na onti omupe ankote aka no se koko na watwetwa go no
Baby ansem no akeka kwakodrunie na chese adwuma obeye abokade ehu hia se obeye enti ene ye bese koko afuo no because ye kra na koko no ye koton a ye ntua ye ka ekom ene bekuye na numu na eye the CEO eye Randy Abe ono na the CEO of Cocoa Board sabredi amanfo atwena nyasem ketwa okatache fifa wababonten abekasa wochemu se de ekoso nyina no yemfa sobo ne kese nyina embo Randy Abe because wono na ama enei kokofo anase koko ekriafo ano edemu a anyasem ketwa enso wono ye hwe se de wo enjoy the position as the CEO of Cocoa Board e wosi yetimi eyinadi emprempren ya yenko ti okateche free fansema wode etumbontin so
able to survive on sikanketenkete na adema omuno a yemusa Cocoa Board CEO say Cocoa Board CEO upay eyesai wabetena ni koko akuafo no face no face bi eti no wabo watch ahye African way ababetena ho a wo busebusa question say me na me yete so dwe kasa Bosumi bia woji entertainment allowance 1500 Ghana cedi. Eka wo eye 96000 ho. It would a inconvenience allowance every day 500 Ghana inconvenience allowance. Bosumi so I say 15000 Ghana cedi. Yes ade koka ho. Eti ekuafo no su no wonti ase. Mesi aja hinno ekoko farmer wo wasa krupon eti meti su no ase. Koko sika na hwe mi school mfantepem eti meti su no ase. Unqualified denti. Untemamfo ni sunase na you think it is still business as usual. Come and sit there and be moderating like what you can say. Good morning, Ghana. What just spectacle allowance in so near ya spectacle allowance busumi bi aje 1000 Ghana. Ya sama housing loan. Ya ma osika wo Cocoa Board. Dr. Randy Abe efie war cantonment. What Arabian king we renovating say heavy posh no team. And so ntimi ntua Cocoa foka. Na ntimi ntua Cocoa foka ye live it say Arabian king. Home enhancement loan 2000 musumi bia woje. Vehicle maintenance 1000 Ghana every time bia woje. And so na wo travel bia per diem $2000 per diem waje. $1500 waje. Ye wienso awasa wo full medical examination or de ko abrochire every year bia etuoto no su na manfo ni su no onti ase Randy Abe nti ase utu wo free medical care ema wo yire ene wo ma 20% automatic salary increase every year bia woje ansana so wo be kwa ya sama ne parting gift uwi awasa atena ho be kike nkensim hunu se me na me miete so me na me yesi e de be no Oje sanyoma we nyina je holiday package nyina ka ho. Bosumi akasi 86540 Ghana cedi every month. Aje dia tena wo de bia ye. Eno ne ye besides contractor mo angasa mo chede ma mo ho. Wo betena we ne namfofo wo beche contractor mo bebre. Now we are Randy Abe asa betena be keka nsem hunu se me na me drop e bi se akuafo ni so no ntiate. Akuafo sorry 4 am kotia hasuo. Awo walk ka womo emobro womo enyare wa hodo omukoko yare na esiso akuafo ba ye de yensa benu apai so anu na apa ewo omo nsem onti ase enti you cannot even imagine the cry of the people Na ye wi a woman abi receive the lower share of the global cocoa value. Na wo waje wo de na wo de atena wo na wo keka nsem hunu se me na me yete so me bete so. E de ba no. Wo se sika ni ho. Sika ni ho aka timi koto ye 110 pickups. Sika ni ho nso ne wo deputies maje ye kan se ade no ye friend say V8 akase de dem peme ene nam krom ha eje samba e de ji agesefo. Ewa bra kokoo no swollen shoot akate asiso. Enkrofo kokoo na ni nyina nso a wo mu twetwa ni nyina de galamse no. Now we preside over institution drowning in debt so we live like a king. E de be no. Ave ye jawa o keka nsem hunu se cocoa prices are dropping. Me na man dropping. What is that? Huh? Who claim bankruptcy there? Who behavior no must it must mirror the bankruptcy now who claim no. Huh? How can your allowance be untouched when you claim say what it means you are said that say cocoa you free idea your friend say baby a wo ate so dia ba kwame nkroma pen so besi ne efri kwanta bre so besi ne e bi nsi da aban fun se na mo me nka na mo se ha nipa adwene dia be no no ewie kura na dwa ni ade so manfo no mo sa di dwa sa akom de manfo te bodi asankragwa bodie ayi inchi sawi akontomra dua cocoa de ba wo munya mfaso bia wo manage cocoa farm ba kokora wo manage cocoa farm ba kokora eya asam ketua wo manage cocoa farm ba kokora eya asam ketua na o ti ho ki kansem hunu se ade ba no ansa na kuani betimi awie no cocoa farm so wa wie cocoa farm a wo de ayi ba adwa so na ka wa bonye kaketua from 2024 ebesi ene akuefo bo anebu yi fertilizer emu ado emu pesticide emu pruning emu tools emu miscellaneous ni ade nkrofo bo anebu yi obebo be wi osmasa kote eye wade so ukoko yi bag ba ko free 3.11 thousand at about 2,600 ave nipa na kan wunya ho an obrase nya eye tema mamamfo no na dwesa de be no. You are living like Arabian king at the expense of the people and you don't want anybody to say it. What kind of arrogance of power is that? What moral justification do you have? Say clothing allowance ewo ho wo rande be wo free to won tade ye ne. Today be more create a classism. The upper class of the society continuously abuse and misuse the people. And because the people themselves, they cannot even understand what is going on around them. Yenya kama fo, koko fo nya kama fo, obi nya kama fo. Na rande abe wotu won nsem hununku a. Odwe se woda so ye ayi koko board CEO ho. Ade ba no. Ayi wo ye Good Morning Ghana host. Retreat koko pa ba bitina. Nema communications officer fo no nya adwuma. Na wo she focus ye adwuma. Na ja se media na ni mutena ye odene edebe ene ye edebe. Ya to aba ma ye do ya appoint you say bra na be ye CEO of Cocoa Board and say bra na be ye media engagement. Wose wonyuma pa ana be kire. Wonyuma pa ana be kire. Why ya adwuma je se o kire mbibiri. Wose manfo mia o mo belt mu so wo de gold belt na abo. Manfo mia o mo belt mu wo the gold belt na abo king of Arab crown fa na ho 20% salary increment, free medical trips, DSTV yetuama, holiday packages yetuama, spectacle allowance, entertainment allowance ni nyina woje institution no a say I am benedeni ade ba no Unya se dwa no ade bia mo de manfo no adwene di agro na mu bu man no a munitima manfo no so ntia asienti na jo mama tro
no nto a na wo de host na wo de hwehwe gu koko no so wa wo koko ka ana ephobia ye beba be two borehole ewo wefuonum wefuonum fifi ye beba be two borehole wo ho near the politan kesi ho Allah wa wo koko ka ana ephobia ye beba be two borehole ewo wefuonum wa wo koko ka ana ephobia ye beba be two borehole ewo wefuonum fifi ye beba be two borehole wo ho near the politan kesi ho Allah
na adwene te say asawa nkwasi asem nko a and you be happy the government is failure. You think it's all about MPP and this one? Huh? Ekuafo man nya sika nko school ni ade kan wasem a abetra kika nsem hunu say be happy the government is failing. You think all that matters to us is that the elections need here? You think it's election cycle? Governance, when it goes well for the people, we ourselves will be happy. We will know how to benefit from that governance. Abai doing some hunu abai fun abai can say this hunu na ye can say be happy government is failing the people. Why must I be happy? Ekuya force of ye can mienka. Huh? Mo live this kind of elite capture ye can mienka. Said the dollar is 10 point, not 17. This also affect prices. Kwaku triso what? Me dem ye koko ye ekuya for ba wonti munyanse hunu no amoye no. What? Huh? I drew Saku and somebody idea. Maybe a nibber and a canepa. If some cocoa for me, I say, may my man no, your qua boja, a bojaman and nephew, nephew, your quassacuco, your boy and your buno, ya the bodia, I buy no catasua, and a bunu, and son a bredo, ya quacutu, your cotua swab if you could answer get one. Timothy for this one say. And try to social media and can quasiasem. I never know. Huh? Wabunu kokwa wi a wo ba fie dia begu apaso na wo numu na wo kambo mu numu na wo de hye soro ba ne asem getwa